What's up? It's Felicia. And you know what I was thinking about earlier is that after you struggle for so long, sometimes it's hard to be blessed. Like to transition from having a little bit to having a lot sometimes can be a bit of a challenge. And it's so funny because you would not think, I didn't think necessarily, if somebody told me, all your dreams are going to come true and you're going to be blessed and financially stable, God's going to send you a boo, all of that, I would be like, oh, yay, I'm excited. But at the same time, it is a challenge. You have to adjust. And, there are just times that I think when you get so used to dealing with having a little bit, you start to think that's what you deserve. You start to think that's what you're always going to have. And even if you don't think it consciously, I think sometimes there's like a subconscious belief of that. Because I know for me, so like here's the story for me. So I had a couple of experiences where people sowed some kind of generous gifts into my life, things that were not cheap, things that were not free. It's one thing for somebody to give you clothes they're not wearing anymore, or little items like that. And for those things, I am grateful. They have helped me through my struggle times. So it's not that I don't appreciate it. I appreciate those things greatly. But then there were a couple of things. I'm sure there were several things, but I'm thinking of two things in particular at the moment where there were people that sold into my life some major, like, major things just for no reason. Like, I mean, I didn't feel like I earned it. I didn't really feel like I deserve it. It wasn't something that I really expected or even asked for them to do. They just did it. And in the midst of them doing that, I was really grateful. And then I was tripping at the same time because I was like, why would they do that for me? And I want to pay them back. And how can I say thanks? And I really felt almost uncomfortable with getting like that type of like generous gift just put in my life for like no reason whatsoever. And all I could do was say thank you because it's like I can't pay you back, I really can't. But I'm really grateful for it. And I almost want to tag those people that bless me, but they might not want me to. But if you're watching this video, and you should be watching this video because you love me, I thank you so much for what you've done for me. But yeah, so I was like really grateful, and at the same time I was uncomfortable. And I was like, in one case there was nothing I could really do, but in another case I started to call and say, no, never mind, don't give me that, because it was like a little, just a couple of days or a day or so in between, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna let them do that. So I was just so like, it was weird. And then I just really, really thought about it. That can pertain to financial blessings, but it can pertain to everything. If you're single and God, moves you into a relationship, or you meet somebody really special, sometimes we get uncomfortable and we can kind of do things to push them away, or we question their motives, or we question whether or not they're going to stay. And, we just doubt it, even spiritually. If God moves you into a new level and operating in your gift, you might be like, well, I'm just being prideful, or, maybe I'm doing too much. And, we get so used to struggling, and we'll talk about it, we'll plan for it, we'll do a lot of things to work towards a vision. But then at the same time, when it starts to happen, we question it. Or, and, just because I was thinking about how a lot of times we just go, well, God is still working on me, or the devil is busy, or, sometimes you have to wait and you have to trust the process. And like, all of those things are great. But when it comes time to move from preparing to actually being prepared, or from going through the process to actually receiving the promise, like sometimes we just have trouble moving from one thing to another. And I wanted to really encourage myself, but hopefully also encourage you to move through that, that place of uncomfortability, or not, really being in your zone. Just keep pushing through it. Just like you push through the struggle, push yourself through the little nagging, doubtful thoughts. And start to make conscious decisions to, um, what am I trying to say? Even within your actions, it's one thing in your thoughts, but then even your actions. Sometimes, even when you might be feeling this way, just feeling like iffy about something, you be like, well, why is this happening right now? Whatever. Like, watch what you do, watch what you say, train yourself to receive. That's the whole point. You have to begin to train yourself to receive and train yourself to walk into the blessings that, God has, given you already. There are some things that God has already placed in front of you. There's some things that God has already put in your life. You're like literally in the vicinity of it and you want it, but at the same time, you're kind of shying away from it. You have to just open yourself up to it, receive it, walk in it, act like it's yours because it is yours. Regardless of whether or not you feel like you're not completely perfect or completely right. We're never going to be perfect. We're always going to be growing, but that doesn't mean that you don't have a right to receive and walk in all of the good things. If you have struggled through the bad times, then it's only right that you are blessed in the good times and that you receive and enjoy the good times rather than being uncomfortable with it. So yeah, that's what I'm on right now. And I feel like this is a word for me that God has just been showing me, like, you're supposed to be blessed. You're supposed to be blessed. So I wanted to share that with you because I feel like there are people out there that have been going through sowing, giving their time, their talent, their treasure, going through tragedy and struggle. And it's like, okay, now it's happy time and it's okay to enjoy it. It's okay to be excited and smile and laugh. It's okay to enjoy your life regardless of what's going on with everybody else. It's okay for you to be okay and just receive. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. And listen, like, comment, share. Know that every Friday morning, at least until August, because I said I was going to do a whole year, every Friday morning, expect a vlog from Felicia by Felicia. Okay? Holla.
Every time the devil see me, he respect my crown. See it when I pull up on the scene. It's going down. Shut the show down with my team.